Hello, welcome to room 20. This is our virtual open house. We'll tell you a little bit about our classroom. I'm Portia Ebert. I'm one of the head teachers. Behind the camera is Jessica Navarro.
Hi.
For those who don't know, we happen to be sisters. This is Lisa Label.
Hello.
I've got a long history with the school, well, all of us do, but me and Mrs. Navarro actually were students here at First United. We're born and raised in Oak Park. Our mom actually was a teacher here. I've been here for 11 years. Mrs. Navarro's been here for 3. And Mrs. Label will tell her a little bit about herself too. We've all had our children be students here at First United, and we've all served on the board. So we know the school pretty well.
Yes. So I was born and raised in Iowa. I went to college at the University of Iowa and got a degree in elementary education. So I started out teaching in Naperville. I taught first grade for 10 years. And then 3 children, I decided, that was gonna be a little too much. So all 3 of my kids went here. I served on the board. I've been substituting on and off for years. And for the last 3 years, I've been teaching. So we love the school, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, another fun fact, I'm a Hawkeye too, and Mrs. Navarro is a huge Hawkeye fan, so we really like Iowa. Let's see. First, I think we'll tell you about our schedule. You know that we're going to be meeting you down at the chapel door. We'll bring the children up. First thing they do is they're going to hang up their backpacks in their little lockers, coats too, when it's time for coats. Then they're going to come in. First thing is wash their hands. We will have sign-in sheets sitting on one of the tables. We'll have their name in a little rectangle, and they're going to sign in, write their name. That's kind of how we take attendance. It also gives them practice writing their name. If they don't know how to write their name, don't worry. I guarantee by the end of the school year, they all will know how to write their names. Then we have our first little playtime when they're allowed to go around the classroom and decide what activity they want to do. Then we have a cleanup, which is and after cleanup time, we will gather on the rug. Each child has a circle with a number on it, and they'll have a number assigned to them. They'll sit on their circle. We can rearrange the circles in different configurations depending on the chemistry of the classroom. During group time is when we read our stories, we have discussions, we do a lot of graphing, we'll have calendar, that's when we do games, and sing a lot of songs. After group time is when we head outside or in the gym if the weather's bad. After their gross motor time, come back in, we do bathroom, hand washing, back to the classroom, and that's when we get to have snack. Which is a nice time because we actually get to see your kids' faces, for at least for a few minutes. We'll spread everybody out, be as safe as we can. They get water, milk, some crackers, some snack like that, and then we'll have fruit a couple times a week. After that is our long playtime, which is like the heart of the program. So we do art projects, we do science projects. This is when they really get to benefit from being able to play and learn because they have choices. They get to choose where they want to play, who they want to play with, and we really try to encourage that independence. After they're done playing, we clean up again. We usually gather them for a short group time, maybe a story. Then they're going to load their backpacks. They go get them, bring them in, take everything from their tub, put it in there. It takes a while, especially at the beginning when they're first learning. And then we'll walk them down and dismiss them from the same spot. So some of the goals here in our classroom, short term, it's learning names, making friends, learn the routines, learn the rules, the expectations, how to behave in certain situations, like how to wait to wash your hands, wait to play with a toy, walk in a line through the hallway, that sort of thing. The long-term goals, number 1 would be to develop their social emotional skills. This is the window when you really want to learn things like cooperation, patience, empathy, compassion. It's really hard to teach those things later in life. The academic stuff definitely you can teach when they're older, but right now we really want to concentrate on social and emotional. But we do have tons of literacy, math, kindergarten readiness we concentrate on. Like I said, having them be independent. We want to encourage a sense of community, first with our classroom. We'll talk about how our classroom is a family, then our school family, and then in the bigger picture, our town of Oak Park River Forest, and then eventually our whole world. So to foster some of that independence, it'd be nice, we're gonna encourage them to put their own coats on and hopefully eventually be able to zip. So if you could work on that at home. I know sometimes it's quicker to just do it because you need to get out the door, but if you can, try to encourage that independence at home. Like I said, they get to choose their own activities and work independently with their friends. We usually only try to come and help them if they ask. We see a child struggling, we kind of want to let them figure it out first, especially when they're interacting with their peers. So a quick tour of the room. We have, this is our water table, but I think it's a better name for it would be our sensory table, because there's not always water in here. We'll put different things for them to touch and feel and experiment with, like beans, corn, oatmeal, some other sort of slimy stuff. This is our sand table, which they use a lot of physics here, feeling the sand, pouring the sand, seeing how it interacts. Over here we have some more math manipulatives, like our geoboards, pattern blocks, other different shape blocks that they have to put together. Some other math activities we have is this is sort of where we have all of our games, and we'll have there's dice there. We have lots of counting games where they'll do one-to-one correspondence. I also like the games too because if you lose, you lose, and you have to kind of deal with it. Even if teacher sometimes wins. Imagine that. Let's see, other math things that we'll do, and science, is we like cooking projects. Let's see, literacy we have all over. Everything is labeled. We have tons of books, which we read multiple ones every day, and the children have access to. Like I said, we have their names all over, their letters all over, so there's plenty of exposure to literacy. Okay, art. This over here is our art center, where they're allowed to make whatever they like every day, all day long if they want. They can paint at any time. We also usually do a special art project. I really like art, and I like making messes, so be prepared. If your child gets paint on them, usually what we say is, look, you're an artist, that's what happens, you get paint on yourself. We focus mainly on process art, which is just what it sounds like. We focus on the process, not the product. So you may get something sent home that doesn't look like anything. Try not to ask what it is, because it may not be anything. It may just be how it felt to paint a certain way. You can comment on the color, the texture. We do a little bit of product stuff sometimes that are more crafty things, but those still have value too, because they have to follow the directions and do it in a sequence. Oh, and over here, one of our most important members of our classroom, this is Gingerbread, our guinea pig. And he's really good at teaching the children how to nurture something, and the responsibility of feeding and making sure he has water, bringing in special treats for him if you have any extra veggies, leafy stuff. If they bring it in, they can feed Gingerbread. He is a very senior guinea pig, so at some point we have to be prepared that we might have to be dealing with a departed Gingerbread, but that's one of the reasons why it's good to have a pet too, because you need to learn those life lessons. Let's see, for our assessment, we'll be recording where your child plays, who they play with. We'll watch their cognitive abilities, social, emotional, gross and fine motor. Conferences are twice a year, in November and March. We'll do a sign up sometime in October and let you know. And we also do memory books, where they have a binder where we'll be collecting photos and projects throughout the year. And then all I have is, or all Lisa has, is a few more parent reminders, and then we'll be all done.
There you are.
Okay, so as Miss Ebert told you, each child should bring a backpack every day, and in the backpack you can send communication. We'll be looking at it, and we'd like you to look in the backpack every day and remove notes and artwork, so they're not coming back to school. If there's something really important that we need to see, maybe attach a note on the outside so that we do check that backpack right away. Also, we want to make sure the kids are wearing shoes that are appropriate for playing in. So the rubber-soled shoes are the best for indoor and outdoor play. We really don't want the kids wearing sandals. There's not really enough support and they're not super safe. And Crocs obviously are not a good shoe to play in either. Play clothes, don't send your child in their, best dress or pants, because we do paint, we do a lot of different artwork in here, and most of the paint is washable, but not all of it. So we can't promise that the clothes will come home perfect. The bathroom, if you could please make sure your child goes to the bathroom before they come to school, so we can kind of start the day right away learning and not making a bunch of trips to the bathroom. That's always helpful. The drop-off pickup, remember, is going to be at the chapel door. You have to park your car, walk over with a mask on. Please do all the COVID checks at home before you come, so that we're not bringing sick children to school. Also, the lunch bunch kids, we walk down to the classroom that they have lunch bunch, and then I believe they will be picked up at the front steps of the church. Let's see. Oh, if you come late and everybody's already in, you'll have to park, walk your child up to the front of the church, ring the doorbell, and someone will come down. Birthday treats, currently we have 17 children and 3 adults. You can send a simple treat. Please don't send like large cupcakes. They're messy, they're too big, too much sugar for the children to handle. Let's see, and in May we will celebrate the birthdays of the summer kids. We'll let you know what day that is. We will be doing fruit, and there'll be a note coming home about that. Let's see, so if your child's sick in any way, please call the office and don't send your child to school. Communication, we prefer that you email us. And we'll be sending a packet home soon with all this information and more.
One more thing about the memory books, we are asking for $15. That'll just cover the cost of the books and other materials and the photographs that we're going to put in there. We're looking forward to a great school year. It's a great group of kids. And I guess that's it.
That's it.
Welcome to Room 20.